Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey with Char on this lovely Friday. As I come to you today, I am so excited. I am going to try something I just want to see. This is just something where I would never do this, but because I'm so interested in if this does turn out to be a pound cake, turn into a pound cake after you've mixed all these ingredients, I am interested and curious. So those of you who have seen the recipe, I found this off of Pillsbury.com, but I did get it from the Pound Cake Chicks. It is a pound cake community on Facebook that I follow, and I saw it posted, but the recipe was kind of misconstrued to me. So I did some research, which wasn't easy. Google is your friend. Went to Google and found that Pillsbury has this on their website. So I will put the link down below, and it's much more easier to follow, and you can see exactly what the ingredients are and how much, okay? So before we get started, I want to show you all. This is the main ingredient right here, you guys. It is the cookie dough, and it is the sugar cookie dough, and it is the 16.5 ounce. So I am just so excited. So let's get started. I need to get some flour in here because I think it's very important that you put flour. I always do that when I use anything that's going inside of my baked goods, nuts, or chocolate chips. I put flour so that they don't all sink to the bottom. I'm going to be using today, the pan size is different. I will put this pan size down below. You will see this, but this is the Pioneer Woman loaf pan. So we're going to see how it cooks in here. It's not the size that they're asking for. 1 cup of powdered sugar. This is what's going to make the icing that's going to go on top. So you can put 2 or 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, whatever consistency you like, and you add that to the 1 cup powdered sugar, and that will go on top of the cake at the end. So this will go after everything is done and it is cooled off. Okay, so let's get started. All right, y'all, so we have the cookie dough here. So let me just give you a tip. In the grocery store, you know, people always go to the 3rd or 4th bag, but still they have to put them on the shelf. You want to make sure you clean your cookie dough package before you open, because there is bacteria on the outside of the package that can go into the cookie dough. That's just a tip that I do. So I clean everything, okay? So yeah, make sure you wipe that down. You can even do it with, if you have like a very, hold on. Yeah, so just make sure you clean it. Okay, so here we go, you guys. So excited. This is the cookie dough going in. Let me get this. Make sure it's all coming out. And just turn it inside out. That's the good thing. You can still, you're not touching the outside, but this is still, it's just my sanity to clean it, okay? Turn it inside out. That's another way that you can do it to avoid germs. And they've made their cookie dough edible now, y'all. You can literally, is it good? You can literally eat the cookie dough. Yeah, they said it's eat or bake. Back in the day, it used to say don't eat. Okay, so we're gonna get all this cookie dough over here. You gotta get all in those little nook and crannies. Okay, you all, so we got that. That is the cookie dough. And I left this out to get to room temperature so that it can be a little bit more easier. So that is what that looks like. One thing that the recipe does not ask for, and I'm gonna go ahead on and do it now. I just have to always add a little bit of vanilla. I always have to add a little bit of vanilla to my baked goods. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of vanilla in here. And what's crazy about this situation, you can literally make this the way you want, y'all. They said blueberry. I'm doing blueberry because that's what they asked. I'm gonna see how it comes out, but child, if you do decide to do this, you can make it how you want. You can even add almond extract in here. Now what it's asking for is just 1 egg. Okay, you guys see that sun ray there. All right, we have zest, 1 tablespoon of zest, right? Go ahead on and put that in here. Okay, get all of that zest. And then we have 1/4 cup of sour cream. Okay, it's gonna go all in. We're just gonna blend it together. You can blend it one at a time, but I went ahead on and I'm just blending it all together like this. Y'all, there's a lot of sour cream left in there. Hold on a minute. Joshua got rid of the beans. So you guys, in here we have the egg, the lemon zest, the sour cream, and we have the cookie dough, okay? So we're gonna go ahead on now, and we have a little bit of vanilla. That's just what I do. So now I'm gonna go ahead on low to medium speed, and I'm gonna do this for 2 minutes. All right, you all, so we want to make sure that we go around and scrape that bowl. Make sure everything was evenly incorporated, and it looks pretty good, you all. This is so, this is like science, you guys. A little science test. I know I like to do all things natural too. I'm right there with you, ladies. And you know you're worried about the cookie dough, but it's not going to kill you just to try it. And just to see. Okay, now we have the blueberries here. That is 2/3 cups of the blueberries, not a pint. Okay, I don't know who was saying that. We want to coat these blueberries with flour so that we can make sure. Okay, get that one out because he's a little disturbed already. Okay, and we're going to just go ahead on and toss the blueberries in, and we're going to fold them in nicely. Right? Make sure none of the stems are in the blueberry. All right, so now we're just gonna fold and evenly distribute and just fold them nicely, just like so. All right, that is it. Now we're gonna put it in the pan. All right, we have our pan here, and we're gonna go ahead on and put in that delicious dough. Okay, so now we're going to put it in the oven at 350 degrees. You can preheat your oven, and it's going to bake 40 to 50 minutes. Now you should know if your oven cooks fast or not. I'm going to go ahead on and place it on this cookie sheet, and it's going in the oven, but that's what it looks like. If you want to know what spray I use, that is the spray I used. All right, so now we'll see what's coming up. In the meantime, we're going to make the icing. Stay tuned. All right, you all, so we have 1 cup of powdered sugar. I'm going to go ahead on and pour that in there and just do a nice whisk. And then we have the lemon juice here. So we're going to start off with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And if I need a 3rd one, then I will add the 3rd. All right, you all, go ahead on and get in there. And this will be the icing that goes on top of the cake. So this is so interesting. Pillsbury child, let me tell you. If there's a hack, if this tastes good and you got dinner guests coming over and you need something quick, this is something really easy and quick if you don't mind the ingredients, okay? All right. So we're gonna go ahead on. That looks like that's pretty good to me. How the frosting's looking. Then I'm gonna add just another little half of a tablespoon of, hold on, let me make sure I got all the sugar from around the edges incorporated. Okay, and now we're going to mix that one more time, and I think this is ready. It is ready, you guys. I'm going to add a tiny bit of vanilla. I like to add just a little drop of vanilla in there for me, just a tiny. And again, put that vanilla up, and then I think we're good to go, you guys. Huh? All right, there we go, and there we go. All right, wait for the cake to get done. I will put this in another container that's smaller, so it's easy for me to drizzle, and we are good to go. So you all stay tuned. All right, you all, there goes the cake. It smells wonderful, and this is what it's looking like. Okay. And so we're gonna let this cool off for a little bit, and then I'm going to transfer it over there and then just put the icing on, and we'll taste test it. All right, stay tuned. Let's get a closer look at the texture. my oven cooks a little fast, but I think it did pretty good. What you think, Mom? I'm just gonna see what everything looks like. And this is my first time using the Pioneer Woman loaf pan, so hopefully everything turned out great. All right, so stay tuned. All right, you all, so the cake is still, it's better for me to go and pull it out. All right, so that is what it looks like. Let's go and pull it. It's moved away from the edges, so we're gonna go ahead on. Mommy's gonna help me. And hopefully it's warm enough where I can just pick it up and put it on the parchment paper. But this pan looks like it's doing pretty good. All right, you all. All right, you all, so let's do this. It can't, look at the bottom. Okay, so let's do the bottom real quick. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness. All right, you all. That is gorgeous. And look at the pan. The pan is amazing. Pioneer Woman pan did amazing. All right, there we go. The blueberries look evenly distributed. They didn't sink to the bottom. It looks beautiful, doesn't it, Mommy? We're gonna go around, you guys, so you can see it. All right, and then the corners are crusty, nice and crusty. And then we're gonna look at the top real good. Hold on, let me get this before I go to the other side. So before I put the glaze on, I want you guys to see. I usually poke holes at the top of the cake, but I want to see what the texture looks like and not do that. Okay, so we're gonna turn this around. It looks beautiful, doesn't it? And we're gonna glaze that frosting on top of there. I'm gonna go ahead on and do that. Drizzle the frosting right on top, just like so. That's pretty, you guys. I'm not even gonna sit up here and take the time because this is a test cake. We're gonna go all the way across the top of the cake. This is cookie dough. Are you serious? Now, hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks. So I'm a homemade girl. I do homemade pound cakes. I wouldn't even probably call this a pound cake, just a little cookie, a cake, like a cake shortcut or something like that. I wouldn't even call it a pound cake. Pound cake has so much history in its name, and just the culture of pound cake alone, a lot of people will get offended by that. So anyway, it's just something really fun. So now we're gonna go in and we're gonna cut from this end. All right, y'all, so let's get that cut. So I'm gonna do a little slice like that. It's slicing and then cut down. Beautiful. Okay, so that's one slice. It looks gorgeous. You guys, look at that slice. That looks beautiful. Look at that slice. It looks really good. Okay, so that is what the inside of the cake looks like. Let me lift that up a little bit just so you all can see. That is what it's looking like, the texture so far. Blueberries look like they did sink to the bottom, even though I did put flour in it, but they're not burnt, so that's fine. So we're gonna do a thinner slice here. And we're gonna go ahead on and slice that. Look at that, you guys. That is beautiful. Okay, and Mommy, okay. So Mommy is going to taste this. And be all honest, Mommy. Here, before it. There you go. Really? Are you sure? Okay, so let's dissect this cake. Really
it's light.
It's very light? Okay, y'all, look at the texture. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm not on sweets, but I'm gonna taste this just for y'all. But this is the end of the cake. That is the texture of the end of the cake that we cut. So here, maybe I should have used more flour. I don't know. So let me get a little bit with the blueberry. I'll take this in right here. That blueberry shot looks really good, right, y'all? I mean, if it's, let's see. I'm gonna taste it without the blueberry a little bit. Y'all, it is good. You would never, if you serve this somewhere, I wouldn't say that they would know it's not a homemade pound cake. I don't know. Some people probably would think so. But the texture is light. It's sweet just enough, the cookie dough alone. Thank God they didn't add that sugar. That's why I wanted to make sure. Wait a minute, 1 cup of powdered sugar? They didn't say. So I'm glad they didn't add extra sugar to it, because it's sweet enough. Let's try it with the blueberry. Hold on one moment. It's really good for cookie dough. If somebody told me that this was cookie dough, I would tell them, you gotta be kidding me. I don't believe that. So look at that texture again. Look how soft and moist. It's very light. You guys, it's not, you know, a pound cake that I grew up with or one that I can make. But it's really good. It's a nice dessert if you have guests coming over and you want something quick and easy with some kids. Do something fun with the kids. This is fun, and you can be really creative and do a lot of different things. You can add strawberries to this. You can put nuts in it. You can add pumpkin to it. I mean, be creative how you do your cake mixes or your cake recipes, and just add different things. You can do chocolate chip. You can use a chocolate chip cookie one and do chocolate chip cookie one with some nuts in it or something like that. But you all, I am thoroughly impressed. There we go. All right. That is what that looks like. I am impressed. Okay. My mom and I, we give it 1 to 5. I give it a 3.5.
I give it a 4.
Mommy gives it a 4. I give it a 3.5. It did pretty good for a cook. Yeah, for a cookie dough. All right, y'all. This is a few hours later. I had family and friends come over, honey. They took some pieces. Joshua just got off work, so we're gonna cut him a piece. And this is it a few hours later, you all. And look how it's still holding up. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, Josh, taste it and let us know what you think. And pick up your own piece. I'm gonna cut this while he's picking at it. I'm just gonna cut these, just so you guys can see how it still holds up. Absolutely delicious. This is cookie dough, Josh. One more look at this cake before we close out. Let's get one more look at this cake, you all. All right, you all, so that is the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed this Pillsbury Sugar Cookie secret ingredient blueberry lemon pound cake. That's what they call it, okay? I wouldn't necessarily call it a pound cake, but that is what they're calling it, all right? And it is still warm as I'm showing you all, and it is a delicious little cake. It's really good with coffee, probably with tea, or just a big glass of milk. All right, give it a try. This was just a taste test. I'm not recommending it. It's up to your own decision if you would want to continue this on as something you would add to your recipes, or you're just curious like I was. I wanted to see how that cookie dough was gonna come out, and by golly, it did its job. All right, you all. So thank you so much for tuning in to Journey with Char. If this is your first time ever seeing my channel and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also hit that notification bell. Every time I upload a new video, it will alert you and you all can come and check me out and see what I am doing. So thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of one another, love one another, and remember, be kind to one another. All right? Always trust God, keep Him first, and He'll always lead you in the right direction. Bon appetit. I'll see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.